Okay, okay, okay. Everything seems fine, thank God. Way less stressful start to the stream than yesterday. Honestly, potentially getting longs already. I hate to say it, but it's giving me potentially giving me my entry right at 9:30 today, which I don't want. I really don't want, but I'm hoping for a dig deeper back into this. I'm hoping for this, and then turn and go long. I hate the fact that it's here right now at 15 minutes before the open. I despise the fact that it's here. But it's here, so we're going to have to just deal with it. The TopStep funded is loaded up. The Bullinox eval is loaded up. I'm anticipating longs. I have ES on the side here just because I am curious if this SMT stays intact. We have these lows here, the London low basically on ES. We haven't swept it. So while I don't place emphasis on SMT, it is just nice to know, at least. Morning Journey, morning sir. But yeah, I like the idea of longing this up to honestly like 390. Yeah, 390. That's my idea on the day. We do have a London high, higher up than that, about 412. Don't see myself holding anything that high today, just because I just don't think I would. This is today's high over the Asian session high. Don't anticipate we'll get that high, but it'll be cool if we do. Honestly, I'm anticipating if you had to like say to me which way today, I would say up and then down. But I'm more confident about the up than waiting for it to come down. So I'm trying to catch this today, basically. Something in this sort of range here. Is my idea at the moment. Afternoon sexy. Harry, get out of my chat, man. Get out of my chat. Dun, 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 dun. The same songs every day. Also, yesterday, I want to point this out. So yesterday, look what we dropped into. After I'd taken all my losses in here. Yesterday, I could have absolutely walked away green yesterday, but didn't. I got messed around in this area, and then it dropped into first presented of the week, and then there was a real nice 2022 on the 1 minute right in there. So, yeah, tough. Tough, tough, tough. I could have absolutely walked away green yesterday. Well, embarrassed I went long on the CU work already. I don't think you should be embarrassed about that. I don't hate longs right now. I just hate them for me because you know what I'm like with going long into the holding anything into the open. Like this 10-minute period right now is just such an uncomfortable time period for me. But I absolutely think longs are a good idea right here. There's no clear displacement, like there's no clear 2022 in here basically, let's say that, but I do think I'm gonna have to enter at the open again, which I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. See if this candle. Yeah, this is gonna annoy me now. If this candle closes on the 5 minute below this, like creates a swing high here, basically. If we see a swing high here, after this candle closes like around here, and then break that swing high, I wouldn't mind that actually, because then that'll end up being like, if this next candle, the next two candles is the displacement candle, then I can get a retrace. Then I'm not entering like right on 9:30, I'm entering at like 9:35, which I like don't mind at all. It's just that first few minutes, especially. Probably the first like 5 minutes, I would say, is I'm just not excited about entering it. I'm okay with, like, I'm excited about entering, but I'm terrified of it because of the volatility. Is a good way to put it. I don't like going in before open usually. I just saw that grab. Yeah, that's what I mean about I hate getting in the open in general, like before the open in general, because I'm obviously, like, for you guys, you take more scalpy trades. For me, like, once I'm in, that's my position kind of for the day. So I just don't like risking getting knocked out. I don't like being in a trade before the open because obviously, like, you don't know how fast it's, especially for me, like, it's not, like, if I get in a trade before the open, I'm, like, probably 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to be out of it by the open. So I have to sit through the open. You guys that take more scalpy trades can get in, get out dead quick before the open even hits. That's just never going to be a thing for me. Unless we get like that random sort of like 925, 928 volatility. Which is obviously never predictable. But yeah, that's the current situation. I like longs. I'm scared of longs right now, time-wise, just because of the open. Also, Geordie, I'm gonna start reading it this weekend. I've got through everything that I wanted to get through of this book. That's the book I was reading right now. Got through everything I wanted to read through in that. I'm like probably I'm that far in, so I've read all this, and then this is the last little bit that I've not read. But how much of it is actual content? How much of it is like, yeah? So got like literally 40 pages left of that. So I might honestly, yeah, I'll finish that like today, tomorrow, and then I'll be onto the mental game of trading, which I'm excited to read. So thank you for the recommendation, Mr. Geordie, and welcome to the chat. Hit you up when you get to the mapping part. Is that going to be in the, can I see where that is in like the contents page or something? It's a very old, like, you know, it's like an old withered kind of book. Like the pages, they just feel old. Always makes me feel like it's a good book though. Oh, that's good. It's got literal sections for, like, it's got a section for greed, a section for fear, a section for tilt, a section for actually finding what's causing it. A section for confidence, a section for discipline, a section for correcting, troubleshooting. Yeah, I think I'll really like this book. It's a hefty book though, Jesus. How many pages has it got? It's looking like almost for the actual content, it's about 370 pages. That's gonna take me a while to get through. Maybe like a month. I try and average like 10 pages a day, but many times we'll just get, like, if I really am enjoying a book, I'll obviously blow through it. What's my bias? Long, Sadiq. I'm long biased. I'm kind of waiting for an entry now, but I'm just scared of the 930 volatility. But yeah, I I will potentially burn through that book, or I'll potentially like take it as more of a slow one. I always get I like guilt trip myself if I read too much of a book. Like if I read like 40, 50 pages, I read pretty quick, so I can get through a book pretty fast if I wanted to, but I just don't feel like I absorb the information. I just kind of read the words, if you know what I mean. Oh, we're getting this spike right in. So this is a displacement candle. Then we have to have the 9th. I'm going to probably just take this on a 5-minute and nothing lower if we even get the setup. We didn't get any fair value gap print there because it was just a wick. But what I'm thinking is this 5-minute. Okay, wait, we don't know. Okay, so that was just closed. So maybe we'll get a slight retracement if Judas the sell side, then longs. Yeah, I mean we've swept on NQ. I don't know if you're looking at ES or NQ, Sadiq, but on ES obviously we have London still intact, so we could ES could at the open obviously come lower, and then that would be like the Judas. NQ has already swept the sell side, but obviously if ES comes lower to sweep its sell side, that's going to drag NQ down. That is obviously probably like the best thing I would want in this session, would be ES to come for its sell side. Like, I don't care about SMT, so ES can come for its sell side. That can pull NQ down, maybe knock out this like 9 o'clock low, and then longs. I don't mind that. If we leave from here, we're really bullish. Otherwise, it wouldn't surprise me if it went to 320s first. Yeah. What would we have down at 320s? Nothing on my charts. Still got my book? Yeah, I do. Yours is there. I do need to reread that one as well. You've still got my book though, so don't be coming at me. We swapped books, so. Emotional mapping honestly changed my perspective about how, oh, okay, I'm interested to get to that. Gunning for a previous day low sweep before going higher, I like that idea. Where is previous day's low? It's all the way down there, right? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Personally, I would want to see us go from here. If we get the previous day's low, I feel like we're too far gone. And then we're just going to go bearish. I will mark it out, but I would hope that we go long from here. I would maybe think long from here up to like one of these buy side levels, and then previous day's low potentially. So we are gapping down as well, so that's an indication for bullishness short term going into the open. Not a big opening range gap though. It's going to be about 30 points, even less, which is obviously not ideal. Right now it's sitting about 25 points away. Yeah, that's not ideal. The higher up we get going into the open, the more I'm concerned about rushing into anything straight away and just waiting until 10. We don't have any news today. One thing I did notice about yesterday is we did actually have medium impact at 10 as well yesterday. Yesterday, I'm just going to write off. That was a bad day. That was a bad trading day. Bad day, like, me executing my system, and bad price action, honestly. But I do feel like if I was... I don't want to say... what's the best word to say? I feel like in an alternate reality, like I have the skill set to where I could have been green yesterday. I absolutely have the skill set. I feel like my psychology just messed me up, to be honest. Oh, I've not done my value area levels for today, Dompy. Let me try and do them really fast. I mean, I'm not going to be rushing into anything in the open, so I can very quickly try and do them. 4, 930. My previous day value area high is about 417. Point of control about 396. Value area low about 539. Thereabouts. Bang, got them all done before open. Yeah, so we're literally hovering around my value area low right now. Value area low is a C. I got in it, by the way. Is that? Yeah, so mine would have been a bit higher. My value area low is about 360. Actually, that's not far off. I think that might be pretty similar to yours. Yours, yeah, mine's only 5 points off. I honestly like the idea that we're coming lower now. That's open. I'm gonna pay attention to what ES does, to be honest. Let me mark out ES as London low. I feel like ES getting to a London low could be a good opportunity to then go long. I'll tell you what I will do though, I will swap my NQ and ES chart just because obviously I have nothing drawn on ES and it's easier for you guys to see NQ if it's on the right than the left. So I have ES over here, you just can't see it because it's covered by me and my TopStep X, Project X screen. But all I'm looking for in ES is it's London low. I'm just curious when its London low gets swept. It's still not. I'll obviously say when it does. What does regular trading hours look like? Okay. Let me measure the midpoint of this. 67650, that is. Do that with the white dash line, and there we go. That's all the levels I need for today. Dropped it into the new day opening gap. We have a new day opening gap down here. Journey, I'm sure you've noticed that. ES still hasn't swept London low. No first presented yet either. The highs are pretty in sync on ES and NQ. The lows aren't. The lows aren't at all. Come on, ES, get that London low. As soon as the ES gets its London low, I'll stop watching ES. That's all I care about. I just want to know that ES has got its sell side swept, because then ES has every reason to go up. Or at least it has the sell side liquidity. It looks like it's diving into it now. Almost there, about one or 2 points away. I wonder if ES has relative equal highs. Nah, it doesn't. At least not on the 5.15. No, not really. Honestly, ES has equal lows. These lows here, 12.15 and 4 o'clock. These lows on NQ. ES is a way more relative equal lows. What about on the 1 minute? Let me just have a peek. We do have some highs, but they're just about not relative equal. And it's still not got that London low. It's now got very smooth lows on ES, so this is making me pretty hesitant to long anything yet. I don't want any reason for me to not. I don't want to be able to frame this short at all, and right now I absolutely can because of ES. NQ, honestly, I can't, but ES, I absolutely can. And there's still no fair value gap here, so this is just being a bit of a mess so far, 5 minutes in. NQ took lows, MNQ didn't. Yeah, I would just go with NQ on that one. I pay no attention to when there's a SMT between the micro and the mini. But it is interesting. Displacing higher. Interesting. What do you look like on the 5? No clean setup there really on anything. Nothing that I like. I think we reacted perfectly off the midpoint of that new day opening gap. Yep, literally just a tick below it. That's so cool. What's the low of that? 43. Yeah, literally one tick below it to cover spread. So now I'm kind of, so ES has equal highs on the 1 minute, like very, very close proximity ones that were literally formed in like the 20 minutes before open. I'm thinking ES has swept those equal highs. NQ has hit the midpoint of the opening range gap. Now ES can come lower and NQ can also come lower since it's hit the midpoint of the gap. Good turning point for ES to come and get its sell side that it's building up. And honestly, NQ could like come and tap that daily order block. So at 339. The only thing that concerns me is those equal lows on ES that are literally maybe 2 points lower. They concern me. Let me just drag this like across so you guys can see. We have London low, this low of day, and then these lows from yesterday that are relatively equal. This is ES. So that concerns me as far as longs. NQ's taking a dive. Do we have first presented? We're about to get it. So if we can get ES to like 398, so if ES can drop like literally, then that's not a big ask. That's literally 7 points. Then I'll be very comfortable longing NQ. There's that daily order block tap I was just talking about. So now what I'm thinking potentially is if this becomes the displacement leg that we turn into now, or we could honestly just melt lower. Maybe you will get your previous day's low sweep, Geordie. Maybe it's just a bearish day. It's not outrageous to say. We swept previous day's high, so. Here's the first presented. I will potentially short this towards previous day's low just because ES hasn't got to where I want it to get yet. So I absolutely see no problem looking for my Bullinox model on this. So right now I want to see the 1 minute body stay in the lower half, and I want to see a 15-second 2022. Sorry, I've not been reading chart. I've been too zoned in. 23.90-ish is what I was looking for. Not looking good. Could bag some decent handles there. 31 is 4 hour. Wait there. I will pay more attention to chat in a second. I'm just stalking this Bullnox entry. We're also 10 minutes away from a macro, which is always good for these sort of little scalpy moves. If this inverts first presented, that will be concerning. We get the fair value gap here. I want to see this break and give me a fair value gap for an entry. Yep, I like this a lot. As long as it gives me my fair value gap. Just about. I'll just drag it. I just entered on MNQ. I just entered on MNQ. I'm gonna close that. There's no point in me even being in it. That's funny. It disrespected that fair value gap, so you know what? I'll just wait and see if we can get another one. That was funny. I looked at the numbers and I was like, why am I trading with like such small size? This can't be that little amount of points. And I just look up and see MNQ. I don't know why my Bullnox account was on MNQ either. It's literally set to default as NQ, so maybe I thought it was my TopStep account. That's funny though. It still looks good for shorts as long as this body is closing in the lower half. I'm happy with it. If it doesn't close in the lower half, it's still like I'll still take it. I just won't be as excited about it, but I will still take it. Seems like it's breaking lower. I want this fair value gap now. That it's gonna form on the 15-second. Nah, it didn't form it. Does the 30-second look like? Okay. I'm looking for any sort of 15-second fair value gap right now to get short to previous. I'll probably short it to first presented of the week or something. It's not breaking yet though. It's not dropping, so it's not giving me anything. That short I did take was valid, and my stop would have been like up here somewhere. So I probably would have got stopped from the looks of it. That's opening range gap high. I like that. That's a good level to react off of for shorts. And bear in mind, like ES has still got all that sell side as well. Plenty of reason to go short here for me. Even though I was initially long, plenty of reason to go short based off what the market's doing now. If we invert first presented, then I'm going to be a bit more confused, to be honest. We closed above it. Okay, so hands off. That would have been a loss. Oh no, my stop wouldn't have got hit yet. I know where I placed my stop on MNQ. So now I need to see us come back below first presented and test it again. This does look pretty messy, so far not excited about any XFA trades, but eval trade I will if it looks good enough. Stopped on the short, yeah. I would I would still be in it just. Because like you saw I placed my stop before, and I placed my stop on this for like 370, above that 15-second. It was somewhere around there, 370, 371. But yeah, if I to go short, I now need to see this, and then I'll do the same sort of thing that I just did. I'm not really excited about longing this, to tell you the truth. It doesn't look... Let's go back to NQ just so I can get bigger. Cause like, let's try and frame a long. On NQ I can frame the long pretty easily, to be honest. It's ES that's the issue. If I was oblivious to ES, I would honestly be stalking this long setup right now if we break this high. But that being said, no, it'd offer enough of risk reward, but only if I took it to London high, potentially, because my stop would have to be there. Yeah, I'd have to take it to London high, and even then it's only a 1 to 1.7, which is okay. Like, I'll take it. Oh, you forgot to take oh, damn. Previous day loss limit. Oh, that's tough. I'm seeing upside. I like the 4 hour 50% wick. About 50% of that busy, which is okay, interesting. What does the hourly look like? Did we hit this wick midpoint? Oh, to the tick. Okay, interesting. If I'm going to take anything, it's on the 3 minute here. And I still need this swing high to break. But ES is still scaring me, to be honest. I still need that swing high to break, and even if it does, I feel like if we do break that swing high, we're gonna move pretty fast, and potentially not retrace for my entry on the 2022. The 4 minute also looks like a potential, but I like the 3 minute more. But again, still need the swing high to break. Where's that? 367 Geordie got in long. I will get in long once this swing high breaks. My limit order will go in on top steps. Still not broke it. Did we? No. Now we broke it. Okay. I'll get in on this here. Limit going in at 361.50 on the micros. 361.25, my bad. $31 even. That's where my order's sitting. ES is still a concern, to be honest. But like, I wouldn't normally factor that in, so I'm not going to. Even though I'm aware of it, it's not a massive factor that like kills the trade idea. And my screen just disappeared. I'm honestly not expecting to even get filled on this. If we take out these highs, I'm cancelling my limit order. I want to be in before we get to 394. This is going to be a great entry from me, to be honest, if I do get in. Assuming it's a win, obviously. We're about to get a 15-minute shift. We've had the 5, we've had the 5 and lower, obviously. Okay, here comes my fill, potentially. I would like it if it turned there, because we have 2 sets of relative equal highs. What's my RR if I take it to... The issue is I've got such a hefty stop loss. I don't really want to go for a 1 to 1.08. I want to go to the London high, but I'm not incredibly convicted of a London high, to be honest. I'm also going to get rid of this sell side because that's just in the way. I see what you mean about this 4-hour wick though. It's also the 1 hour that I was measuring. Literally the exact same number from the 1 hour. Exact same wick. So that is nice. But yeah, it looks like I'm cancelling my order. I'm not waiting on that. No thank you. Oh wait. If it leaves relative equal highs, I will. Left perfect relative equal highs. I thought it swept them, it didn't. The second it gets above those highs, I'm gone. It's got to come pretty deep to come and get me though now, to be honest. It's got to come into a discount, so like I am literally the first discount array. My order is what I mean when I say me. So it knocked out that high but left that one intact. The second we get above 934, 394. Second we get above that, I'm out. Yeah, we ticked above it, okay. That's kind of what I expected with that trade, to be honest. Will it get to London high? There was no real entry for me in there. So I'm not mad at all there. No real entry. It's a very tight range today. Like the overnight range, after this initial run in London, the overnight range was about 45 points. So a very tight range. Also, the entire trade idea I had yesterday did play out. We did get up to the highs that I wanted to see get taken. We just took all day, basically. We got them during Asia, so we literally had to go into the overnight session to get the entire move. And this is a breaker. So we could look for 455, to be honest. For like anything outrageously to the upside, I would look for this. Anyone catch that long? Curious. What did ES do? ES is just, yeah, it's not a It's done everything it kind of needs to do for the week is what I'm on, yes. It's done everything it kind of needs to do for me this week, so like the move I was looking for, I was hoping to get along up to the move I wanted to see yesterday when I saw that we didn't really leave it intact, when we left it intact by the end of the day, but then we took it overnight, so. I took 2 scalps, best was turtle soup in the middle of the 9:39 candle. Oh, nice journey. From the nude opening gap, I take it. Like, based off the nude opening gap. Tried to get a midpoint at first presented, but got a little slipped. Oh well, still green. Break even now, I'm still in. Okay, nice, Jordy. London High looks like it's going to be there for you. You got long at 367, Jordy, so you got long here. Nice. Yeah, London High looks like it's waiting for Jordy. Oh, the 4-0 wick midpoint. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, that was a real clean move for you, Journey. And you, Jordy. Very difficult for me to get in on. Near enough impossible for me to get in on with my model. That's more of a Chris Knox move than a Kai move. Very, very little 2022-ness in there. 427-ish. Yeah, I like 418. What's this here? 417. Because that's the first Feb. It's a 5-minute Feb gap above the London liquidity. 422 is also this fill and this mitigation, or this breaker, sorry. 422 area. This is 15-minute breaker. 455 would be like my, if it got that high, I'd be like, right, that is my predictions done for the day on upside. I still think that we go lower potentially because of ES, like on the day, but that's the day, not the session. ES has swept its pre-market now. Is ES finally going to come for those lows? I would expect NQ to get London High still here, because look how smooth London High is on the 1 minute. Just lots of little smooth highs. I'd still be confident, Jordy, and you can't lose the trade now, so it's a free trade. Depends where your stop is. If you got in at 367, what your stop can't be more than like sort of 370 area. 370, like somewhere around here. Maybe just under this low. 370, like 372. You kind of just got to accept the fact that it could stop you out here because like I say, it has done no retrace. It's just kind of moved straight up. So it absolutely, you've just got to accept it could stop you at break even. And if it does, that's a free trade. This is why it's why I was hesitant to get in once it's taken these equal highs as well, because while London High is obviously there, I wasn't terribly convicted about it when I was looking to enter. I was more focused on the relative equal highs. We did also come into a new day opening gap from the 24th. So, like Thursday's new day opening gap, we hit the midpoint of it. Respected the lower quadrant of it with the bodies. So that's an expected speed bump in the road, basically. If I were you, Geordie, what I would do is wait for it to break this high that it's just put in, and then I would trail my stop to that low. That's like 390, 380. Once it's broken that high, though. Yeah, I mean, if it's a big displacement break, he'll get his, well, he'll get London high anyway. Just the fact that if it gets above this high, it's getting to London high, so if he's wanting to hold higher, I'd definitely think about trailing under that low. That's the plan? Yeah, okay. As far as new day opening gaps, by the way, this is what we've got. So we're inside. Let me hide all this stuff. That's our new day opening gaps today. So we've got 2 in here, so it makes sense for it to be stalling a lot here. From the last 2 days, they're both here. Doesn't mean it's going to turn here, it just means expect, there you go, there's your little break above that high. So yeah, it doesn't mean it's going to turn, but it does mean it's just expect like it to not break through it in one go. Just going to take a little bit of work to get through that specific section. If it crawls up, it could easily, but to take that low before going up. Yeah, it could do. But it could also just, like, once it's took London high, it could also just reverse from there, so. We've also created this fair value gap here, so. We have this fair value gap, we have this order block. So to me, that low now is a good break-even place. We have this tiny, is that even a... No, it's not. But we have fair value gap, order block. No, well, whether you want to call it an order block or not, different thing altogether. But you are right, Journey, obviously it could come stop him out. But my thing would be that it could probably, if it's gone below this low, then he's probably would have got stopped at break even anyway. At least that's my thought process. We also have the new day opening gap, like here, that it's now above this new day opening gap. So you have a new day opening gap, you have a fair value gap, you have Thursday's first presented PM fair value gap, you have this actual fair value gap from today, you have the opening range gap high, you have down close candles, you have so many things that if it breaks those, like we just reacted off the low of Thursday's PM first presented, like perfectly just there on this low here. Took some off for sanity's sake, yeah. Fair enough, Geordie. I'm kind of done for the week at this point. I'm not expecting anything. Would I short this? ES, oh, ES looks like it might want its lows now. ES actually had a really clean 2022. Like an outrageously clean 2022 to go short for its sell side. So any downwards move here, Geordie, I would basically just, it's ES going for its sell side liquidity. That is such a clean 2022 for ES. $25 of your 50 contracts. Do 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 do. Yeah, it makes sense that NQ is struggling to gain any upside here with ES pulling it down so much. Because ES wants lower. Absolutely, ES wants lower. And if ES comes that low, then I think you would have been stopped at break even anyway, Geordie. Where's ES's first presented? Here. It's pretty consolidated though, so I don't really like it as a first presented, but that is the first one. Low-key wish I had I was allowed to trade ES, because I would be shorting the shit out of that. Price action is for Apex accounts, yeah. Was flipping through Rip's channel. He was momentum scalping safe. Jesus. Oh, whoa. Hello. What was that at 10:07? That was an angry candle. Up close to 1 million this year. Damn. I mean, when you're up to 1 million, that's why he's trading 75 contracts. That's crazy. I just want to take a peek at the news, because that was a pretty excited candle we just got. Oh, it was Trump tweeted something an hour ago. Oh no, he didn't tweet. It was someone else that tweeted, but something to do with tariffs an hour ago. That explains why we got a bit of chop here. What's this? Trump lower dollar makes the tariffs worth more. A lot of Trump tariff talks, it seems, during this session today. Trump 50-50 chance of making a deal with the EU. That's from... Professional gambler, yeah. He is indeed. He plays poker as well. He's looking for any positive support to his position, like us with our trades. Oh, that one cut too deep, Journey. Yeah, I'm gonna hang around here for another 20 minutes, see what kind of happens here. I want to see this ES move lower, to be honest. It seems like it's coming back up. Yeah, he's just an incredibly good risk manager. Solid risk management. Do 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 do. Honestly, in this market at the moment, I need to just be trading with the news tab like open, like the the not planned news on Forex Factory. It shows you like unplanned, unscheduled news events that might have an impact, like Trump talking about tariffs. Here comes London high. Why does ES not want to go for these lows? It's been building them up all morning. Literally made equal highs with London. Ba, 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 ba. There's London high. So if I was the type of person to go for even bigger moves, then that is something. But obviously that's not something I'm going to take. But go, 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 get Geordie's long. Oh, you're out, okay. Nice. Good trade, Geordie. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. I was looking at this 5 minute 5 minute 1.5 measurement to hit, but too close to take a trade even on paper. Even on paper, damn. Round of applause for Geordie, trade of the day. All-time highs. Yeah, now that Geordie's out, all-time highs. You know what, I'm going to leave this here because there's nothing really saying that. I like shorts, but I only like them. I like them on ES just because these relative equal lows I keep talking about. I don't want to short NQ, to be honest. So I was thinking about ending the stream, but yeah, I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm going to call it a week. I'm not really interested in taking anything, to be honest, and I don't want to sit here and just kind of hang around for no reason. So yeah, that's going to be all from me for the week. It's been a pretty tough week, to be honest. I mean, we had Wednesday and Thursday were pretty tough days. Like, they were just not tough, like, they're tough on my psychology. But I'm hoping that next week, so next week we're going to be starting off with Monday and Tuesday. And we've got FOMC and NFP next week, so not a week to push at all. I'm going to be trading, I'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday for sure. Wednesday, we might just do a VC in the Discord, to be honest, because I'm not going to be excited about trading anything on Wednesday with FOMC. Or I might stream it and then do a call on Thursday, pre-NFP. NFP Thursday. Maybe, I don't know. I might just stream every single day, to be honest. I do fly to Spain on Friday. A week today, I'll be in Spain. But I don't fly till late, so I will trade post-NFP. I might just stream every day, to be honest. I want to do these streams just to help my channel grow. So the more of them I can do, the better. Surprise Friday gave us something really shitty PR this week. Yeah, really. It's been weird. It's been like shitty but good in a shitty way, if that makes sense. Like clear but shitty. Clear where it's going, shitty in the sense of it's just hard to get in on. But yeah. I'm gonna leave it there for the week, boys. I will catch you next week. Have a good weekend. And don't go and trade crypto on the weekend just because you're bored that the markets are closed, looking at no one in particular journey. But yeah, thanks for hanging around. Make sure you like the stream on your way out, and I will catch you boys next week. See you later.